Tiana has a very important question for us this morning. What is it, Tiana?
Who's Tom?
Well, hello once again and welcome to The Tom Show, where today I'm visiting with two of my very favorite people here at THV 11.
Don't make us cry.
You've heard that line before. I used it the last time we had the Tom Show.
Yeah, so now I'm feeling less favorite.
Well, no, you were in there. You were a favorite.
Okay.
Last time we talked about the Arkansas Broadcasters Association Hall of Fame, Brooke Buckner and Ashley King. And yes, you both are two of my favorite people, and Faith is one of my favorite people as well. And today we're just hanging out. We're visiting about anything and everything. We want you to get to know us a little bit better, especially Faith.
Yeah.
Faith is mysterious.
I
don't know a whole lot about Faith.
Oh my gosh, okay. So is this my time to
tell us
everything about my life?
Here in just a moment.
Okay.
We did get to know Brooke a little more, and Ashley King in the last episode. We're talking about a show that we do at 4 o'clock, the 4 o'clock show, digital streaming, which is a big thing. In fact, it's really beginning to become the norm.
It is.
For THV 11 and stations out there. It's what it is.
The future.
It is the future.
It really is the future.
That's where we're going.
So
that's why we're here hanging out today.
I know, streaming is exciting. You know, this is a good opportunity to do the 4 p.m. show and to do it with people that you like. People that you like is
Makes
so
it that
exciting.
much better.
I know, so it doesn't really feel like work. It just feels like you're hanging out, chatting with your friends, and it's exciting. So,
but that's what it should be.
Yeah.
You know, we do enough of this heavy death, and it weighs.
Destruction.
It does. It weighs on news anchors, and the 4 o'clock show is streaming. It just gives you an opportunity to be a little more loosey-goosey.
Yeah, loosen up and just chit chat. That's what we do a lot of.
We talk about food, the lottery,
Taylor Swift.
I know anything that the things we like, you know,
exactly the things that make us
Starbucks, you know,
beating Tom at tennis.
Yeah.
There he goes again. He
always
reaches
leg
for his
again.
Hamstrings just keeps acting up. Let me go back to the beginning here with Faith. I know how Brooke started in this business. Faith, where did you come from, and how did you begin?
Where did I come from? I came from a distant land. No. I'm originally from Florida, Tampa, Florida, and so I think a lot of people know I have a heavy sports background. At least I've been posting on social media and stuff like that. So grew up playing sports, things like that. But my parents always emphasized academics and just really being a good person in life, being smart, and just being a well-rounded person. So went to Georgetown, played basketball, got a full scholarship, then went to Columbia and got my master's degree in journalism. But my first start, I guess, in journalism, or my why, was really Hurricane Katrina. And I remember being a kid in maybe 6th or 7th grade. I think it was 6th grade. And I remember school was off for the week. Everybody was talking about the hurricane. And we really didn't think that it was going to be that bad, and it ended up being really bad. And it wasn't until you saw the devastation and you saw the reporting and you saw all the reporters out there standing in the field saying, these people don't have water, they don't have electricity, they're going hungry, there are people dying out here. I remember being in 6th grade and saying, that's what I want to do. I want to help people. I want to be out in the field, because the only way that we knew that this was a disaster and that bad is because of reporting. And so instantly in that minute, I was like, this is what I want to do for my career.
It's interesting that big events like that's it. The trigger for me was a tornado. What was your trigger? That said,
I don't think I had one specific moment. It was just high school age where we had this little, not newscast, but almost one. We did announcements over the whole school. Mount St. Mary, what was it called? Bell TV. That's what it was. And I got to read a teleprompter, and I just felt like, ooh, this is what it's all about. This is kind of what my dad does in a way. But that's when I decided.
The school programs always do it. I feel like that, if you're a star, the school programs brings it out. You can just get a little taste.
And our school program was, back in the 80s, and believe it or not, back then, there really wasn't the technology that we had. You had to draw maps with fronts and lows and highs.
You just said that the other day. That is crazy to me that was even a thing.
Well, when I was growing up, there was a gentleman here in town. There are actually two that used to draw a little figure, a little guy by the name of Gusty. Okay? Gusty. And
For when Gus?
No, just a little cartoon character.
Oh, okay.
It originated out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Ron Sherman and Vic Shedler. Those were two of my mentors, people I looked up to. I could draw Gusty. I'll have to do one for you all.
You should.
But they would draw Gusty nightly and hey, this is going to so and so would get it. But everything back then was you either had a magnet board or you drew.
Wow.
Fronts and stuff.
So much has changed.
Different. Yeah.
We don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So Ivy League education, but nobody else in your family is a journalist. They're all lawyers and doctors.
Yeah, I come from a family
engineers.
full of attorneys, engineers, and I'm really the only oddball, the only journalist in my family, and everybody's trying to convince me. They're like, well, if this doesn't work out, go take the bar, and and I just
you could,
and maybe media law, maybe if I ever retired or something, but I do love it. It's good to have attorneys, in your family so they can look over contracts and things like that. But yes, I love what we do, and I think for me at least, people. I'm people-centered, people first, and my parents raised me to be, looks are great. What you look like is great, but you want to be someone who uses what you look like to help people and use all the gifts that you have to be a good person in life. And I think that is my why, is to use all the gifts that I have, the intelligence and whatever it is, to be impactful and help people. That's my why.
That's your why.
My why.
What was your first job? Where was it?
Oh, my first job? I honestly, I played basketball, and sports was such a big part of my life that I didn't get my first job until my first TV job. I had internships, but my first job was TV job. I wasn't the ice cream shop person or anything like that.
Straight into journalism.
It was just all
Let me rephrase the question. What was your first TV job? I didn't mean for you to go back to high school.
I'm sorry, Tom. I'm going to go back. I'm being so reflective. Oh, God.
You did. You went way back.
I'm so sorry.
I want to know. Now I'm genuinely curious.
Okay, what was your first job?
My first true job was at Kroger. I was a bagger.
See? This is what I thought.
But I only worked there for about a month, so I don't like to consider that my first job, but that was the first true job. The one I really consider my first job was working at Justice. Do you remember that little girl?
Oh, yeah,
Justice with the
I worked there for more than a year.
Oh, my God. More than a year?
Yeah.
Did you spend your paycheck on all the cool things that you had there?
I loved Justice. They had a lot of
they did.
stuff.
Oh, my gosh. I used to have the magazines. I used to cut stuff out.
I did too. Say, I want this for Christmas.
It was
big circles.
That was my thing.
Yeah.
Mine was a grocery store, Food for Less. And,
nice.
And then I made a move after 4 months at Food for Less. Opened up the very first Pizza Hut in Cabot, Arkansas. Was part of the original crew for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just groundbreaking.
Yeah. And
I love that.
Then radio. I talked about this on the last Tom show, that Ashley King and I have a background in radio. Ed had a background in radio. Did you ever work at a radio station?
In school a little bit. I would intern and do sports, play-by-play and stuff.
I thought you'd be really good at that.
Yeah, but sports came naturally to me. That was my start before I even got into news. I always knew I loved news, but I started in sports and started very quickly in larger markets in sports, but something about just the news and people said I stepped away from it and was like, I want to do news.
But these are the kinds of things that endear you to your audience.
Yeah.
And I hope that we can do more of this at 4 o'clock. People, relatable things. People want to get to know you when you work on a morning show, and you've done mornings before. You haven't. But
I used to be a morning weekend anchor in Cape Girardeau. But I was solo, so I didn't really have anyone to chat with.
Hi, Brooke. How are you? I'm doing fine. Doing well. How was your day?
Exactly.
When you work in a morning show environment, it's a relatable environment. People get to know you. You've got so many different ways to reach out. We have what we call Haymarket. People reach out to Tracy and Ashley, and I'm sure the morning show, but we used to do email. We'd send us emails and get to know us that way. Getting to know family as well, just to make you real. Because a lot of times people see the you know, the
They don't
Rolly,
feel like
the
we're
Rolly Hoyt, and I'm
relatable.
doing your
Yeah.
news. Yeah, it's relatable.
Yeah.
You know, and who would have known Rolly Hoyt's a bookie?
Yeah.
Well, no, but he comes from
Yeah.
a horse racing background.
But you know what? I think a lot of people are surprised that when they meet us in person, at least I get a lot, you know, people are like, well, we didn't know that you'd be this cool or this approachable or all these things. And it's just like, we're normal people,
people
like,
too.
you know,
Yeah.
and like if people ask for pictures, I don't think in my career I've ever told someone no. Like, I don't want to take a picture. I'm not going to set aside time to talk to you, get to know you. Like, we're just relatable people. And I think there's this mystique or this facade of being a news anchor that makes people feel like you're untouchable or you're unreachable. And I've always been the person that I never wanted to be like that. And so
I think a lot of it too is your demeanor.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, there are some in this business that put off the demeanor that is leave me alone.
Yeah.
But no, usually people, when I run into them at the store, I'm looking my worst. They want to selfie.
Oh, 100%.
It's always when you're not put together.
Like that. Oh my God.
And that's fine. They cut the grass right out of gas or something like that, or I needed something to drink, and I'm like all sweaty. Hey,
This is me.
I know. Yeah. I was at
nothing wrong with that.
Donnie's Automotive.
Yeah, Donnie's.
Getting my card.
Yeah.
Oil change and stuff, and I'm looking raggedy. And then at the end, they're like, "Oh, we know you from TV." I'm like, "Ah!"
You're like, "No, you don't."
I know. I'm just like, "Oh, that's the worst." But it just shows that people do watch. They do, you know, love us. And I'm always the person that's like, "Let's take a picture." If you have an event or a story or whatever, like, I'm always gonna try to make time.
And
for sure.
you've become very active in the community with events. You see quite a bit of personal appearances.
Yeah, I think for someone who's not from here, it's a lot to try to fight against this idea that, oh, you're not going to be here to stay long, or this isn't your community, or this isn't your home. But I am someone that's invested in whatever I do. I give everything that I do, all of my time, all of my energy. And so I told myself in coming here, I was like, this isn't just going to be I'm here for a little bit and I'm not going to be invested. I'm like, if it's a church Easter program that they want me to come speak at, or if it's, you know, a big event in front of 1,000, I'll consider it. And I want to do it because I think viewers, each one is so valuable. That's what makes us us.
In a business right now, our business model is losing viewers. We're highly competitive against ourselves and our own streaming apps, but years ago there was 3 in town or 4, and now you've got so many different ways to receive content and information.
Yeah. Social media is a big competitor for us.
And I think with all of us, we do well on social media. I mean, like, Brooke does well, like, posting her dogs and, like, you know, just different
the viewers
things.
love Honey.
They do. Honey is popular on Facebook.
I have found that you gain followers and likes with pets.
Yeah.
People love the pets.
With roses and flowers.
Yeah.
And selfies.
Turtles.
You always post about the turtles.
Yeah.
Chippy the chipmunk.
Right. And Faith's selfies.
Yeah.
You're right.
You know, honestly, the crazy thing is I came here with, when I got to Arkansas, I might have had like 1,000 followers maybe, and now it's like almost like 17,000. So
it's good.
It's like, and people engage.
Yeah.
They love to like see what you're doing. Like, I'll post my food. I'll post like, just went to a Razorback game. Like, people like to
like
get
to see us
know
be
you.
us.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. They like to see Brooke be Taylor Swift.
Yes.
She's at a location with a guitar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Brooke. You need to tell us when you're playing again, like, because
I need to get back into it.
I was such a Brooke fan. Like, I had like my little Brooke like.
my face was on a
head,
stick.
like face stick, and I was just like,
That was
yeah,
awesome.
go girl. Like, it's just, I think that's so cool about you.
you.
Like, I'm just not talented in that way, but like,
hey, I thank my
so
dad
good.
for that. My dad
Yeah.
taught me everything I know about that.
You have
and
such a good voice.
Thank you.
Such
I
a
have
good
my own
voice.
music room now. I'm putting it together as we speak.
It looks so nice
Thank
when you post
It's
the
coming
pictures.
along. I'm so
Yeah.
excited. So
Yeah.
I'll be posting more music
Good.
here shortly.
And in the room, your dad left you some of his guitars, right?
Yes.
They're so pretty.
I hung them up on the wall.
They look
They're
so
gorgeous.
nice.
So are you going to play them or just let them be wall art?
I'm going to play them. He definitely told me, he said, I want you to go play this
Good.
live.
Now, when I think of
yeah.
I think of acoustic guitar. I don't think of the Fenders. Can you
Yeah.
play? The
I can play electric.
electric?
I'm more of an acoustic girl, though. That's what I prefer. But he gave me 2 really cool Les Pauls.
Oh.
They're beautiful.
I bet they are.
Yeah, those are
Okay,
nice.
Brooke, you were explaining to me that because I'm novice to guitar life.
It's okay.
So
try me.
You were saying that with an electric guitar, if it's not plugged in, does it still make noise? I feel so bad for even
That's
like
a good
saying
question.
this, but does it still?
It does make noise, very subtle noise. You
Yeah.
have to be close by to hear the little strum.
Okay.
But that's why you need an amp. You plug
Yes.
it in, you turn that thing up, and jam.
Tell me, you're a drummer as well.
I dabble in the drums.
No, you don't,
I
bro.
dabble. I can
don't
do
know.
simple
There's
beats.
there's something about Brooke that I can see her in a rock and
It's
roll
fun.
band.
Brooke, you
with
can. You're like, oh
drumsticks,
my gosh,
spinning them around. And
My stepdad is a drummer in a band, so I like to set up his drum set on occasion and just rock out. I'm not a pro at the drums. I'm better at guitar. Guitar is my main
You're
instrument.
impressing me right now.
Aw.
Like you're drums and guitar, and she can sing.
Piano?
And this is all the things that
Ukulele.
she does
I can play
outside
ukulele.
of her
Piano,
job.
I'm learning.
Ukulele, that's it. I mean,
Wow.
we're done here.
Oh my
Ukulele for the win.
goodness.
Let's teach you guys some instruments. Then we can be the band.
I'd be a
know-
background
4 p.m.
singer.
I love it.
I'd be so.
She
I'm
brings
a hype,
the energy.
I'm a hype girl.
Yeah,
so
you
like
are.
you singing out there, I'd be like,
Background
yeah.
I can
I'm
see
sorry.
it now.
Background singer.
I can do background.
And a little dance.
I'd be and a little 1-2.
There we
I
go.
can like
Yeah.
have a little. I
What
don't have
would you
any
bring to the
rhythm.
table, Tom?
I don't bring anything. That's why they have me doing this.
You got the rhythm of a plant or
They
something?
put the old guy out in a chair and have him talk to the real reason why we're here. I gave up on like art. I used to do art painting. Gave up on that. It frustrated me. I didn't have the patience for
Yeah.
it. I wish that I were a musician. I wish I were musically inclined.
Yeah.
I wish that I could carry a tune longer than a half note.
Yeah.
But those, I
We all
envy
have our
people
strengths.
that
We all
can
have
do this.
gifts.
It used to, whenever there'd be this big karaoke thing years ago here in town, like Christmas karaoke. I stopped doing it because I would embarrass myself. There's so many people
you
in
guys,
this.
let's go
So many
karaoke.
people could
Sounds like he doesn't want
sing.
to. Might be a touchy subject for Tom.
No,
We'd have so much fun if we went karaoke. Me, you, and Brooke karaoke. We would have so much fun.
What
Tom.
song would we sing?
We'll let you choose.
You'd let me choose?
Yeah.
Anything from AC/DC.
Oh, you do love AC/DC.
Well, I
wait.
like AC/DC. I think we should do the rendition from the B-52s
Oh no!
of Love Shack.
I got it. I got it. Let's do. Let's do Aerosmith. I love Aerosmith.
I can't
Loving
picture
an
me.
elevator.
Let's do Aerosmith. Oh,
Which
but
one?
we could
Me
we
singing
could
Walk This
Aerosmith.
Way?
No,
can't see it.
I don't want to close my
My
eyes.
eyes.
I
Okay.
don't want to fall asleep because I think we got
That
it.
was
carried a tune
from
there. Yeah, we
which
did.
movie? Which movie was that from?
Armageddon.
Armageddon. I was
Top
going to
3
say
movie of all time for me. Yeah.
So you're one of those that if that movie is on TV, you're
I'm
going to
gonna watch it.
That,
I'm
and then it's followed
never-
up by Deep Impact. The other,
Yeah.
I'm
never gonna skip Armageddon. I cry every time I see it. That is my movie. Oh my gosh, yeah. But that song, but you know what? I'm not a music person, but I love music. I can't play anything.
Well, you
but
can appreciate good music when you hear it.
Oh, I love music.
appreciate
Yeah.
such good music,
Yeah,
and those
yeah.
strings at the beginning of the. Are you kidding? I'm such a strings and a key and like a.
Don't you like
intro
classical music too?
I do.
That's a fun fact about Faith.
I really do like Mozart,
Yeah.
Beethoven. Like I
can
can
respect
sit.
that.
I
That's
can
really cool.
sit and just. I used to beg my mom for like Beethoven tapes and like at like the dollar store, like any store, and I used to be like, I really want to hear Fur Elise. Like that is my song, and so yeah, I'm a classical music girl.
She's of culture.
Yeah.
She is
Yeah.
well-rounded.
Yeah, yes. Classical music for you. I know it's just
not my
You've got
go-to.
every Taylor
Yeah.
Swift album.
Taylor Swift, oh
and
my
the
God.
Taylor
reprints.
Swift is love.
I love
yeah.
her. I'm creating a Taylor Swift wall in my music
I
gallery.
will say I don't dislike her. I really like her. I like
is.
Taylor.
She's so talented.
And I'll even throw some equal time Beyonce's way. I like
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Yes.
She's extremely talented too.
But I'm a true 70s and 80s guy.
Yeah.
I go back to Eagles, my all-time favorite band. Anything that has a country rock flair to it. Some groups that you've never heard of before. Poco, Firefall, Pure Prairie League.
I would know their songs
Your-
maybe.
Your dad would know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see. I'm big on the actual songs. Like I don't know the artist, but if
This
you
is
sing
true.
the song,
If
like
you sing
I'm
the
gonna
song.
know it. But
Yeah.
I don't know the artist at all. So.
But then it's I also like Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Look at Brooke.
That's coming up.
September.
The 21st night of September.
Today's the 11th.
Yeah,
now you guys know I'm bad with words. I didn't know that he said.
What do you think he sang?
The lyrics.
Do you remember?
Do you remember the very first night?
Yeah.
The very first.
September.
It does sound like that.
That is, and when I tell you,
September.
the only way I found out that those weren't the words was from social media, and that was like 2 years ago. I have been saying them wrong for years. So yeah. Yeah.
All too often before the 10 o'clock show, I'll walk in here, Faith will be in a good mood, and she'll be singing a song.
That's when you know it's a good day.
And Nathan will play some music for us, like in the weather center as well. We try to hype ourselves.
We get ourselves in the zone.
He's not supposed to. We're not supposed to play music.
He does. Sorry, Nathan.
Oopsies. Sorry, Nathan.
Got in trouble a little bit.
Yeah.
We like to hype ourselves up with good music and snacks.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
snacks.
I have your favorite chocolates here.
Yay!
I am the candy man, but I also brought the arrangement from the basket that I rated yesterday. We have your cheddar Chex Mix.
Yes.
Okay. We got the cheddar blast.
Pirate booty.
The Zappos Voodoo.
I don't even know what that is.
That sounds scary.
It's a New Orleans. It's spicy.
Okay.
Chips. Okay.
I'm not
I really need to chill on the spicy. I really do.
But
we got some acid reflux
I
issues,
know.
Tom.
The
You gotta be
acid
careful with
reflux
us.
But I also know, and I really do this more for Faith and Brooke than anybody else, because I bring in their favorite candies. They like the white chocolate.
I do.
And I like the dark chocolate.
Where's yours at? We have to cheers. Get like a milk chocolate.
I'm a dark chocolate. I like.
Okay. We're gonna cheers. Our
cheers to
chocolate.
4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Cheers. Chocolate cheers.
Are we eating? Because I can't lie. This is the first thing that I'm eating
I know.
all day.
You go ahead. Sometimes when we tape things, it knocks us out of our normal lunch and dinner
hours. My breakfast.
So that's good.
I just stuck the whole thing in my mouth. You're like eating dainty.
I think because I'm on camera.
Yeah. Look at me.
I don't like eating on camera.
Face like, let's do it.
I just put the whole thing in my mouth. Yeah, I'm hungry. It's so bad.
Hungry.
So the 4 o'clock show. I want to see some changes to the 4 o'clock show. I really
what kind of changes?
I want it to lean more toward a morning type show.
Okay.
Where we can incorporate more of this, more longer blocks of us talking about things.
Whatever.
Okay. Do you think Chris Hunter will do that for us? I wish he should be in here.
I'm
Where's
sure
Chris?
he's going to see this. And,
he's going to be mad because he wasn't a part of it. Hey, if anybody is up in the booth, give Chris Hunter.
Oh, not
he's not going to hear
Hunter,
that.
Chris.
We apologize for your ears.
I know.
Not really. But he's our producer, and he's relatively new in the business. He spent some time in a Tegna program to get his chops on producing, and he's learning. Faith helps him out every so often about the way things need to line up.
Yeah, he's very talented, and I think we're getting those kinks out with the 4 p.m. show, but so far very good. We're loving it. But I agree. I think we have, when you have natural chemistry with any team, you just let that shine.
Use it.
Yeah. So I could see us, setting aside 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there.
I'm on board with that.
And just chatting. Yeah.
I brought this up to our executive producers, the EP of the show. I said, I'd like to do a little segment, a little Tom Show tease type of segment, talk to the two of you about something that happened this week, whether it's somebody winning the Powerball. Just do that.
I wish.
And he said no. He said no to me. So.
Oh,
wow.
We could talk about the Powerball for forever.
Powerball.
And someone actually won. Can you believe
2
it?
winners.
Are you sad?
I know. I am, because I was supposed to have a yacht by now.
Yeah.
Like a whole yacht.
I saw how that worked out.
Yachting in the coast of France by this time, but not.
Well, the jackpot is down to only $33 million.
Only 33.
If you won that, you could probably buy a pretty nice boat to stick out in the Mediterranean.
Oh, I absolutely would.
Yeah.
You guys wouldn't see this face again. You would, but not here.
Before we get ready to wrap up, I wanted long-term goals. What does Faith want? Long term.
Long term?
Yeah. What do you see? Where do you see yourself here in 10 years?
In 10 years.
It could be
career-wise
anything.
Or
career,
life or
family, whatever. What are your?
Honestly, I really just want whatever God has in store for me. Like, I think I'm the type of person that I've lived my life enough to know that when you try too hard to chart your course, it does not turn out that way.
It doesn't go as planned.
You know, and I think all I want in life is to be happy, hopefully married with kids by that point, healthy, and to be like just a good person in life. Like, where I'm a good friend, I'm a good daughter, I'm you know, just a good person who like prioritizes other people. And I think when you do that, the success will come. Whether that's, you know, being a great anchor, having these great ratings, having a lot, like, I think success comes when you're happy and you're doing exactly what you need to do. So that's where I see myself in 10 years.
And we know that our business is changing. It's ever changing. It's going to look different in 2 years than it is today. Real quick, Brooke, what do you see yourself in the future?
Similar to Faith. I mean, in 10 years from now, hopefully I'm a mom. That would be so cool to be a mom. Maybe have another Yorkie or two or three.
Yeah.
But I do, like, career-wise, I want to be a full-time Monday through Friday anchor.
That's what
my
we're
goal.
hoping
That's
for.
what I'm working toward.
Yeah. So but you say that, Brooke, and like, this is a big moment for you. Like,
right now I'm living in a big moment.
You're
right.
And you're still doing weekends, but the fact that you have secured your first Monday through Friday anchoring show, that is a big deal, and it's what you've worked really, really hard to get. And so we're proud of you.
Thank you. It feels good. It feels good. I love doing the show with you guys. We have a good time.
I enjoy my time with the two of you. And be sure that you at home catch us 4 o'clock, THV 11 Plus, free download for your smart television, Roku, Amazon Prime. Some Samsung TVs have that as a free download. Catch us every day at 4 o'clock. Brooke Buckner, Faith Woodard.
And Tom Brannon.
It's a party. Woo!
Thank you. More chocolates.
Let's celebrate.
4 p.m.
Who wants chocolates? Yeah, all right. Grab you some.
Oh, yeah.